Right now, as you watch this, you are already in the past. Not metaphorically, literally, physically. The moment you think is now already happened. Your brain has never, not once, experienced the present moment, and neuroscience can prove it. In fact, it's not even close. Let's start with something simple. Light. When a photon hits your retina, it triggers an electrochemical signal. That signal travels down your optic nerve at roughly 250 miles per hour. Fast, but not instant. By the time it reaches your visual cortex, about 80 milliseconds have passed. That's less than a tenth of a second. Still feels fast, right? But your brain isn't done. Now it has to make sense of what it received. It compares the signal to everything you've ever seen before. It predicts what the signal probably means. It fills in the gaps your eyes actually missed, and your eyes miss a lot. This takes another 100 to 150 milliseconds at minimum. So by the time you are consciously aware of anything, a face, a word, a movement, you are already a quarter of a second behind reality. Now, here's what makes this genuinely strange. Your brain knows about this delay, and it hides it from you. It takes all your senses, vision, hearing, touch, each arriving at slightly different times, and it synchronizes them. It holds the faster ones back, it rushes the slower ones forward, and it stitches everything together into one seamless, real-time experience. Neuroscientists call this temporal binding. Your consciousness is not a live broadcast. It's a post-produced edit, released to you slightly after the fact every single time. And it gets even stranger. In the 1980s, neuroscientist Benjamin Libet ran an experiment. He asked people to flick their wrist whenever they felt like it, and to note exactly when they decided to move. What he found shook the field. The brain showed electrical activity, a buildup toward movement, about 550 milliseconds before the wrist moved. But the people reported deciding to move only 200 milliseconds before, which means your brain had already initiated the action before you were conscious of deciding to take it. You thought you chose. Your brain had already chosen. You were just notified. So let's put this together. Everything you see is already in the past. Every decision you make was already made before you made it. And the feeling of being here, now, present, is itself a construction. A story your brain tells you, slightly too late. Buddhist philosophy has been saying this for 2,500 years. The self that observes and the self that acts are never the same self. There is always a gap. Neuroscience just gave us the milliseconds. The present moment isn't something you inhabit. It's something you are always, already, just missing. If you've never lived in the present, what exactly have you been living in?